What is going on, new money? I was going to buy something and I realized that I got to get my crypto.com card replaced. It's been about 5 years since I started using crypto.com app. And so I figured I'm as good a person as any to go ahead and give a review on them. So in this video, I'm going to be going over my overall thoughts on crypto.com app, a little review on their Visa debit card, and talking about their customer service and just some general things about them. Like I said, I have been using crypto.com card for about 5 years now. And I'm bullish on them. Just to cut the video short, if you want to know, I love them. I'm also an Android guy, though, and I'd say that Crypto.com is the Android to Coinbase being the Apple of the centralized exchanges, especially in the US. So, of course, I like them. But the reason I switched over originally from Coinbase to start using Crypto.com was twofold. One, they just have cheaper fees. I mean, point blank. I think for every $100 I buy on crypto.com, if it's Bitcoin, it's like 3%. I think you can top up your card and it's only like 1%, something like that. Whereas Coinbase, if you don't have the pro version, you're paying even more. And for a lot of the other centralized exchanges, you're paying more. So that's one of the reasons I switched over is I was just a broke college kid trying to get into crypto and they had cheaper fees. And then also, I think that they were one of the only people that had these Visa cards at the time, which was a crazy sign to me that, okay, I think this company will probably stick around for a little bit. They probably are aligned with the right people. So that's why I switched over, and I pretty much haven't looked back. I use crypto.com for my full time on ramping, off ramping. I use this card religiously. I'll go ahead and get into it, or get into the video now. First and foremost, I think crypto.com is a great place to start, or crypto.com app is a great place to start if you're just getting into crypto. They have a great selection of cryptocurrencies. They have more than Coinbase and a lot more than the other centralized exchanges. So this was actually where I was able to find my first 100Xs ever in crypto. Is actually Matic. Shout out to Matic or Polygon. When crypto.com had a lot of these early cryptos, like the layer ones, layer twos that Coinbase didn't have yet, crypto.com usually has a much better selection way before Coinbase does. They tend to be a little more narrow in the cryptos that they're adding to the platform. So I really think for beginners, crypto.com is a great place to start. Like I said, they have the cheaper fees, they have more cryptocurrencies. I will say that the user interface is a little uglier than Coinbase. I think Coinbase has probably one of the more pleasant user interfaces of all the apps. But for me, it was worth it for the cheaper fees to just go ahead and use crypto.com. Also, like I said, they had this Visa debit card that I don't even think that Coinbase had at the time. And another thing too is, I mean, crypto.com in the last 5 years has essentially gone from just being about crypto to being a overall everything investing app. I mean, they have crypto, they have stocks, they have sports gambling. They call it sport event trading. Sure. They have leverage trading, which means you can, if for every like $1, you can like trade with like $5 or $10 worth of, the asset. They have high APY staking, anywhere from like 1% to 7% for most of the cryptos. I think you can earn 5% APY on just USDC by itself, which is pretty good. You can also buy and sell NFTs on the app. So there's a lot that they have going on. They've really become sort of an all-in-one investing app, in my opinion. I mean, at least for anything that's not boring. They don't have like T-bills and things like that, but they do have like some of the more common things that most retail traders are going to be invested in. So I think it's a great place for people to start. And now let me go ahead and get into this bad boy has saved my life. This woman right here has saved my life a couple times. I've been traveling internationally. I've had my debit cards shut off for other things, and you just go on the app, you flip a switch for international purchases, and you can go ahead and start using this anywhere in the world with very low fees. I'm pretty sure that the fees are actually zero as long as you don't go over a certain amount. And I know for ATM withdrawals, they are zero. I have the very basic crypto.com app. Like I said, I was a broke college kid when I first got started using it. So I have the very basic one. I think I can pull out like 200 US a month with zero fees internationally, which is crazy for an ATM. I think Wells Fargo charges me like 3 to 5% or something ridiculous for any ATM that I go to internationally. So it's a really cool thing, and it's actually saved my life in certain times when I wasn't able to use any of my other cards because my banks were shutting down my my bank account, or I couldn't get a hold of them quick enough, or different things like that, I just went right over and used this, and it really was a lifesaver. So just to have an extra, or just have an extra card that is not a part of the normal banking system, has really helped me out personally. And what's nice, I talked about the high APY, and for this Crypto.com card, they also have proof of reserves. So if you go into their settings, you can see that they've actually backed up a lot of these assets, or whatever they say that you own in terms of crypto. They have actually backed them up as well with some crypto. So you can check that out. I appreciate that transparency. It lets me know that when I top up this card and go to spend it, the money's actually going to be there, and that Crypto.com isn't insolvent or anything like that. So I mean, really, I cannot say enough that I really do like this card. And even when I've had troubles using it, spending it, transferring money over, etc., customer service, in my opinion, is actually really good. I don't know why I see some bad reviews online, or some people saying some negative stuff about Crypto.com's customer service. Again, guys, this isn't a video that they're sponsoring me for or anything like that. I'm just doing this because I've been using Crypto.com for so long. I don't have any horse in the race here, and unless if you use the link in the description below, that's the only thing that's really going to benefit me. Is if you got any value, go ahead and use that link to download Crypto.com app. But all that to say that their customer service has been pretty great overall, and I can't complain. It's a real person that you'll talk to after you just go through the first like 3 to 5 prompts about what your issue is, and then they'll get you talking to, not talking on the phone, but they'll get you messaging a real person. You can tell that it's a real person, and they actually do help you out. So personally, for me, whenever I've been freaking out or needed help or whatever, they have been very quick to respond. So again, I can't say enough good things personally about Crypto.com app, and the Visa card specifically has really saved my butt, especially when traveling internationally. It's been a real help for me. So guys, I think that's everything in this video. Like I said, these are just my thoughts on Crypto.com app after about 5 years of me using it. A lot has changed since then, for sure. They've sort of become this everything all in one platform. And if you have any interest, you got any value from this video, please use my link in the description down below. It's going to help me out. It's going to help support the channel. It's going to help make sure that I can keep doing videos like this, doing more reviews on crypto stuff in the future. So for now, guys, that's everything. This has been Joe from New Money Crypto. There's smart money, there's dumb money, there's old money, and years from now, they're going to be calling you new money. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the video soon. Much love. Peace.